YouTube keeps copywriting the Star Wars music, so dun 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 dun
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Last Laugh podcast.
Join your favorite local comedian, Budweiser Poppy, every week as he discusses current events, music, food, Zaza, and more. And yes, I am Elon Musk, and I did approve this message.
AJ handpicked each celebrity for this intro and paid us vast sums of money, so please like and subscribe to his channel and check out ajdeleoncomedy.com for show updates.
Now, without further ado, your host and everyone's favorite fatty makes some fucking noise for AJ DeLeon.
Yeah, it's bullshit. So my girl has a Sony GX something, one of the ones that like everyone wants. It's like I don't think they make them anymore. It's like a Mark something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Records. Remember we tried the first time at my house. Records 30 minutes.
Yeah,
and then cuts off.
It's bullshit. But this one, that's why I got this one, is I did so much research on like I was trying to shoot a short film, and so I was like, I need something that just records.
Well, yeah, we'll just start here. Yeah.
Okay.
First of all, cheers, boys.
Yeah.
Cheers. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thank you all for coming out.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for putting the show together. We're here at the lovely Vernon Speakeasy. We're outside cooking like a motherfucker. It's hot as shit out here.
Yeah.
Dude, this is nothing.
Yeah, nothing compared to Austin.
Yeah, dude.
But and this is gonna come out on both my podcast probably in like a month and a half, and then
My podcast this weekend.
okay, sick. Which
Nice.
is
Last Laugh the podcast.
where can they find it?
All right.
YouTube.
Sick. Sick promo. But yeah, I will. You want it out this weekend?
Yeah, you can just send me it and I'll
I'll get to work. I won't be able to send you it. I'll have to go to your house. It'll be a
Okay.
big file.
for sure.
Yeah, it'll be a big file.
You can't like airdrop or not airdrop it, like Dropbox it. Or
No.
like okay.
No, it'll be like if we go for like an hour and a half, because I've been trying to focus on like, and this is gonna go into the whole camera thing, because I'm trying to get the most out of these cameras.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make it look as best as I can. So like, I'm trying when I export it now. Typically, like a 2-hour episode is like 15 gigs in 4K.
Okay, yeah.
Which is not a lot because the bit rate's low. So I'm going to export this in 1080, but make the bit rate like 25 or 30. So the file size is going to be like 25 gigs.
I thought it's just super easy to do it on my phone, dude. That's how I've been recording.
Fuck
That's
that.
how I've recorded the 11 podcast, the episodes I've done are on my phone. Just tripod it, ring light, dude. Got my girlfriend's TikTok ring light.
Hey, you're killing it.
It works,
Say,
dude.
man.
Whatever works.
Yeah, but get new cameras so you could sell me those ones.
Right. Well, I want to get, because I would like, it's going to take a long time because my priority right now is a new computer.
Yeah, you need a new computer.
Yeah, my computer, it's a nice computer, but it's going out.
Okay.
Like it's a little gaming laptop.
Could have sworn it's like broken.
And
in
yeah,
half.
it is broken. It is broken
in half, dude.
Yeah. So the hinges.
It comes in two pieces.
Like the hardware inside of it is nice. Like it's like a 3060 RTX, 32 gigs of RAM. Like it's a solid machine, great processor. But I guess there's a defect with how MSI made the laptops, and the hinges, like the welding glue or whatever, goes out after like a year and a half. And sure enough, one day I was closing the lid and it snapped.
I thought you were joking.
And I was like,
snapped in
yeah,
half.
It's broken in half.
Yeah, so the hinge snapped, and I was like, oh, that fucking sucks. So then I was like, all right, I can still open and close those. I got to be careful with the other hinge. The other hinge was perfectly fine. Literally before I was leaving for a Christmas vacation last year, the other hinge broke, and I was like, oh, well, that sucks, but the screen still like puts a picture up. So if I just prop up the screen, it's going to be fine, right? Sick. I'm sitting in the airport playing games on my laptop, and it just dies. Like the screen just goes out. And I'm like,
broken in half. Makes
Oh,
sense.
sick. Okay, so that means that if I just plug it into an external monitor like I have been, I can still use it. So that's what I'm doing now.
That's so
I
crazy.
just have it plugged into
so
my
you have like
monitor.
a keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, dope.
Yeah, I've had like a
Sure.
gaming setup and shit for like editing and like gaming and shit.
Yeah.
But and now it like I need to clean it a little bit to see if it helps. But like literally, if I just have it on, it overheats.
Yeah.
Like so, I have to like manually turn on the fans, and so it sounds like it's on fucking overdrive now.
Okay.
And it's So the goal is to get a new a new computer, and then get a fancy camera like that, make podcasts look a little better.
For sure.
That's
And
nice,
then
man.
I'll sell you those for like $1,200 a piece. And
Take Afterpay.
but yeah, we'll see. How's Austin,
Trade
buddy?
for stage time.
Yeah, dude, hey, why not, bro? I'd take that deal. It's a damn good deal. Austin's amazing. Yeah, I did not want to move out there this soon. It was like kind of extenuating circumstances. I wanted to get more reps in comedy-wise. I was like, I'm going to be starting over. It's going to be tough. It has been the opposite. I've never been booked this much, like my whole career. People like good comedy in Austin. I was telling someone
So
this.
why are you getting booked?
Hilarious.
I know.
And
that's why I'm opening tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But it's speakeasy.
No, but it's been great. Like, it's been, it's honestly, it's one of the only cities I've ever been in where you can have, like, a Democratic crowd that will laugh at a Republican joke, and then vice versa, where, like, a Republican crowd will laugh at a, pro-Democrat. They understand it's a joke.
Right.
Like, that's so rare. It's been awesome. Like, it's been a ton of fun. I love it. I miss Denver for other reasons, but the comedy scene, I don't know. People talk a lot of shit, so I was like really nervous. I was like, it's a bunch of assholes. They're like, everyone there's a jerk. Have not had that experience.
Well, because like people, at least from what I've seen, people that criticize Austin aren't really criticizing Austin. They're trying to criticize Joe Rogan and like company, you know, without being on record as criticizing Joe Rogan and company, just in the off chance that they cross paths or they like their careers intertwine, because this shit's forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That being said, I love the mothership. No, but like, you know, but people like they're really just criticizing like the Rogan people, and I mean, we had a great time out in Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good shows all,
Like,
all the
I
time.
wouldn't say like
The tornado is crazy.
yeah, that was funny.
Dude,
as
oh my gosh.
that was funny as shit.
Yeah.
I'm in the back
Well,
of.
it's funny because you guys weren't there.
Yeah, I know.
It wasn't funny for me. I'll tell my version of the story after you tell yours.
Yeah, mine's short. I was just in the back of what's it called? The back of Vulcan, soaking wet, and then I get out and I unlock my phone and I have like 7 missed phone calls. From this, he never double calls ever, let alone 7. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, dude, there's a fucking tornado. The Airbnb almost collapsed. My girlfriend's freaking out. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like, oh shit, that fucking sucks.
Yeah,
the next Kill Tony's in 5 minutes.
Yeah, dude, we were stuck in that house. I woke up to the neighbor's roof getting ripped off the top. It was so loud. And then my girlfriend's staring out the window like debris and hail doesn't exist, and like glass is just
Watching a roof go by, they're like,
single
wow,
pane
that's
glass,
crazy.
dude. She's just
It's about
not
to end up like
scared.
Doc Ock's wife, bro, with all that glass.
Yeah,
oh my
dude.
gosh, that's so
It was crazy. I tried calling both of you guys a bunch of times. Finally got a hold of you.
Yeah, dude.
And you. And shout out to you for letting us stay in your Airbnb for the rest of the
Yeah,
time.
man, I got
Oh
you.
yeah, we can touch on that right now.
Whoa,
So aside from Josh being one of my favorite Jews, he is also my favorite money launderer. Where did that fucking house come from, dude?
Oh my gosh.
No, because he casually just goes, "You guys are totally okay. Stay at the Airbnb. I know you have like 1 night left. You're totally cool." Blah, and it's very generous. I'm not talking shit, but I'm also just asking questions because we walk in to like what would be like a mansion for me,
Yeah,
and then like
for sure.
like Jeff Bezos' shed, right? Like that's what we walk into,
No.
and there's like couches and like single chairs from like the future, like some Fantastic Four type shit.
Shout out my wife.
Like
Yeah.
whoever did the interior decorating knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, we don't-
clearly had a great credit card.
We don't have-
so
We don't have to get into personal business, but if you guys need to fucking rent an Airbnb, hit up Josh.
yeah,
for the
because
low
it's-
price of $10,000 a night in the liver,
It's
you
so
can stay at
nice.
this place.
I need a new one, so let's fucking go.
It's 3 stories, right?
Or am I tripping?
Yeah, no, it's 3 stories.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was nice.
It's nice, man.
Definitely got me
Pool.
brownie points. But so it didn't, because of course we walk in, the first thing my girlfriend says, she's like, "Why didn't we come in here when he said we could 3 days ago?" And I was like,
I thought that too, but I was also like, I'm not gonna talk shit.
I was like, I'm not trying to do that. Like, we already had one. Like, circumstances happen though. Now we know.
Yeah.
Now we know.
Yeah, I got you, man.
For sure.
Like, I'd sleep in my truck. Like if I was just me on the trip, I would just slept in my truck the whole time and showered at truck stops. Like I'm real stingy when it comes to spending money on necessities. So like I am, dude. But yeah, that was.
I was thinking.
insane.
Sorry. So completely off all of that. All 3 of us have seen Weapons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you saw it finally?
Yeah, I saw it one
Sick
night,
movie.
Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Dude,
Sick
which
movie.
as an adult, don't go see a movie at 10:30 at night, because then you get out at 1:30. You don't get home till 2.
Yeah.
And the next day's ruined.
Yeah.
Your whole day is ruined. Dude. I'm falling asleep, dude, and shit.
Yeah. Every time.
Movie was great.
Yeah.
Phenomenal movie.
I think like you said, don't overhype it. So I didn't overhype it. So I think it was perfect.
Yeah.
For dude, the last like 30 minutes is so intense.
Yeah. Good movie. I saw someone post like, this is the next Get Out. And so I went in and I was like, and I respected who posted it. So I was like, all right, so this is going to be great. And I was like, yeah, not even close. But it was a great movie. But I was like,
will say this. In the first like 30, 35 minutes were slow as fuck. And I wouldn't even say it was slow because things were happening. For me, at least, it was just uninteresting. And I was like, okay, I get it.
Sure.
Kids disappeared. They don't know what happened. They're starting the investigation.
Let's get into this shit.
But it's like, when's like the ball gonna drop? Like, when's the thing gonna grab you? And then it really didn't until it shifted perspectives for the first time. Then I was like, oh, all right, now we're okay. Sick. All right, this is what this movie's gonna be.
And I don't mind a slow start at all. I thought Sinners had a very slow start.
Super slow, but super
the
good.
payoff way exceeded that. Like it was if you watch it, I watched it 3 times in the same week. It was such a good movie.
That's fair. No, that's
yeah,
fair.
and
I've seen
so
it
like
5 times. I've rewatched it 5 times.
It's because but like when you rewatch it, you think it's a slow start the first time you watch it, but when you rewatch it, every moment matters so much on your second watch through, and I don't think that applies to Weapons.
I think it does. I haven't rewatched it, but I think it might.
All right. I mean,
I think it might, personally.
So like, I think if they do drop, I think like a director's cut will probably be better than like what they edited it into, whoever edited the movie, because first, like, they don't need. I get that the homie like cheats on her with her, but like you can leave all that out. She doesn't need to pour the alcohol on here, because like where does the rest of that go?
I agree.
Why is there a fucking AK-47 on top
See,
of
that's
Josh
what-
Brolin's house in
Yeah.
the dream?
So I
know
because
they're weapons. I get that.
So I looked that up, and the idea was like, because that sequence where he sees the rifle like in the sky and it says 217. So I guess the idea was that scene takes place after the first time you see Josh Brolin sleeping in his son's bedroom.
Yeah.
And I guess there's like action posters on the wall. And then it's also like the whole movie has a subtext of school shootings. So that's the idea.
I did not get that at all.
Yeah.
So
My bad.
and this is from like a thing from the director, like an interview with the director that I saw.
Okay.
He didn't say school shootings, but
Yeah.
like he was it was like, how did he phrase it? It was like, because the whole movie's obviously an allegory for grief, and you brought that up, but there's a subtext of like losing children, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so it was that mixed with the stuff on the kid's wall, and then just the American conscious of school shootings being a thing. And so that's why that was there.
sure.
Again, was it needed? I'm not sure. I will say this. I agree with you about the whole subplot of the girl being basically like a nympho.
Yeah, for
and then
sure.
like the guy cheating on his wife. I mean, because the whole point of that being there was for like the emotional payoff of her having to kill him, but it didn't hit that hard. So you can kind of whittle all that down to like 5 minutes.
I actually think I disagree. I think it was a good choice, and here's why: is because the whole time she is the highest suspect,
Right.
And so for everyone's mind, the town all knows that she's a nympho and she's an alcoholic. So all of those details start to add up in like Brolin's mind of like, listen, she's clearly out of whack. Like
I see what you're
she's
saying.
she's an alcoholic. We all know that she had a DUI. She's like sleeping with married men, and all my kids are messing. Yeah, I'm gonna look into her. And so I think like someone who is not guilty, but like you start to associate certain things.
sure.
That's why I think that was there.
That makes sense. No, I agree. Okay.
And the whole thing with the gun, to me, why that took me out of it a little bit is, and maybe I should listen to that interview, but it was like the whole thing is we're dealing with like a very kind of like old, creepy thing. There's nothing old and creepy about an AK-47. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, or AR, whatever.
Sorry, the last part I left out is the idea was like dreams are supposed to like be an amalgamation of your day. And then nothing really makes sense, but it's just things you see in your day.
Yeah.
I see why it didn't land for a lot of people. I just thought it was cool looking. Like, I was like, oh, okay, that's neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it. That makes sense.
Do you think
good
So
movie?
so? It's a stag movie. You guys know that? Like it was like they started making it before the what do you call that?
The
The
stag.
strike.
Oh yeah, the writer's
They
strike.
call it-
Okay,
Yeah.
so a SAG movie?
SAG, there you go,
Okay,
sorry.
a stag movie is
Sorry.
a porno.
Yeah, sorry. Just have a little drink. Have
That's
a
what
little,
a stag film
have
is.
a
I was
little
like,
alcohol in me.
well,
Anyways.
yeah, I've seen a few ones that had some weapons in them, you know, but like I don't know.
So a SAG movie. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Pedro Pascal instead of Josh Brolin.
Oh,
But
interesting.
I'm glad it wasn't.
Same.
I like
Really?
Pedro Pascal, but
Yeah.
I think Josh Brolin did a good job.
He did a great job.
And then Elizabeth Olsen and the chick from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah.
Those were the other two choices for the teacher.
Okay, yeah,
Well,
I'm glad
I-
that they
yeah.
went with what is it, Julie Garland?
Julia Garner, yeah.
I know she's only in like she's in Ozark. Is she in something else?
She's in Ozark. She's in the new Wolfman, which is fire.
Oh,
I
okay.
heard that movie sucked, dude.
I like it.
Okay,
Yeah.
try it.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Dude,
But like I'm
yeah.
such a horror buff. Like I judge like horror movies and stuff differently than like most.
Yeah,
people
I think you
would,
have to
you
though.
know?
Like,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, you're not. Yeah, you have to expect different things from different movies.
Yeah,
I
like,
fully agree.
People were like, "Oh, like Final Destination Bloodline sucked." They're like, "It's so corny." I'm like, "What do you expect
That's the
out
point.
of Final Destination?"
Yeah.
Like,
I watched the new Fast and the Furious. So corny. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Yeah.
No, like-
have you seen the other ones?
like me and him were talking when Superman came out. Like, I was kind of hurt about. There's a wasp. Sorry, I'm looking at it. I was kind of hurt about how everyone was like shitting on the CGI, and I'm like, well, what is a man flying in the sky supposed to look like to you guys? You couldn't. See, you don't know what that looks like because it's not real. So like,
yeah.
why does it matter? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was a good movie. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
if
I loved the movie.
If they thought the CGI was bad, I don't know. That's
I
just
think,
how
well,
I
like
am. You know
to
what I
me,
mean?
I think you got to know what the superhero movie is for CGI. Like, if it's Superman, like, yes, there's going to be so many fantastical, amazing things happen. It's going to look halfway like a cartoon. But when it's like Daredevil, I'm like, yeah, he just
True.
beats guys up.
True, no, yeah,
just
yeah,
have
yeah.
him beat him up. That'd be a cool move.
Like all the shitty fight scenes that Ben
Yeah.
Affleck's in.
Yeah,
the
dude, for
CGI
real, Ben
ones,
Affleck
dude.
fucking
Those are
sucks.
so shitty, dude. Come on. It's his favorite Batman, dude.
Dude, I know. What a stupid opinion. Dude, I know you're friends with fucking Zack Snyder now, but I would say that to his face again tomorrow, all right?
I'm about to cook these fools. All right, so listen, I know not a lot about anything, but the things that I do know about, I'm correct. So, first of all, CGI, right? All right, so here's my issue with how basically the post-COVID CGI.
Hey, yo,
issue.
you're going to talk for a while. Can I have a Zin?
Yeah, no, I'm out.
Ah, fuck.
Bitch, you stupid. Nah, I'm not going to say that. All right, here's the deal. So, post-COVID, and this is an industry issue. This isn't just like a specific studio, right? So what people need to remember about, like, is it fair to criticize CGI? Yes. Personally, I think so. Yes. However, post-COVID, basically what happened is imagine the film industry is a machine gun, right? And all of these superhero movies are bullets. And when COVID happened, they basically tried to pull the trigger and none of the bullets shot, right? They all got clogged up in the barrel, right? None of them. And then once COVID standards start lifting, people can go back to work or whatever, they all tried firing the bullets at the same time and the barrel melted, right? And that's basically what's going on right now. So you have these major studios with all these projects. So post-COVID, you had like WandaVision,
For sure. Yeah, they fucked up.
Loki.
Yeah, they fucked up. Loki was good.
You had the Suicide Squad, and you've I think like since 2020 to now, there's been something like 19 to 22 superhero projects, right? And you only have, I think there's like 3 or 4 major VFX houses that work on all of these projects, and these companies are international. Like, they are everywhere in the world. They're in America, they're in Canada, the UK, South Korea, Japan. They are everywhere, right? And so what ends up happening is these superhero movies are ballooning their budgets. I think they're going to start going down here in a few years because of diminishing returns. But these superhero budgets are ballooning up to the tune of like $300 million, right? And the workload is growing. But what ends up happening is these VFX houses, they get all this work at once. They can't, and they have very short manpower to be able to do it because nobody wants to work in VFX anymore. Because remember, like in 2021, it was happening a little bit before the pandemic too. But like in 2021, 2022, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but there's like a bunch of stories coming out from VFX artists, both in the movie industry and the video game industry, how they're like working crazy hours. They're not seeing their family. They're getting underpaid. They're not getting overtime. They're not even getting paid until the project is done, and like all this type of shit, right? So what's happening is nobody wants to work in VFX anymore. So you have a ton of people, or you have a ton of people leaving the industry, not a lot of people left, and they're getting the same, if not more, of the workload. And what's happening is the time frames in which to finish these movies are shrinking as well, right? So it's a horrible, horrible equation. So then you end up having these movies come out where you, like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, The Flash, Thor: Love and Thunder, there were a few where just the CGI was egregiously bad.
Yeah,
where
but
it looked like Photoshop. Like it literally just like nothing was finished. Did you just watch fucking Thor 4: Love and Thunder?
No, I heard it was bad. So
Okay, did you see The Flash?
Yeah, I saw both of them. And
Okay,
The Flash, yeah, was
like the
horrible.
floating head and shit, like the
Yeah.
scene with the babies.
Or Michael Keaton, whatever, in the Batman suit looked horrible.
Yeah, him flipping around the bat suit. The very end of the movie where like they're flying around to the different universes and it's like the CGI renderings of the dead actors. First of all, disrespectful, but second of all, just looks terrible, right? So what ends up happening, at least in my opinion, is these people are getting way too much work and not enough time to do it, and so you get these terrible products coming out. And I understand your logic, right? It's like, it's a fucking flying dude in tights.
Yeah.
Like, how realistic are we talking? But then at the same time, a movie that costs $250 to $300,000 or $300 million to make shouldn't look like a PS3 video game.
For
You know,
sure.
there is a quality standard that should be coming out of these multi-billion-dollar companies that just isn't being made.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How do you think AI is going to change that?
Honestly, dude, like, I think it's gonna put a lot of people out of jobs because
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of these AI videos.
Not us. We're good.
I don't know, dude.
AI comics, imagine. Have you?
but what we do is
Musicians have like 15 years.
But no, I'd say, but what musicians do and what we do that like I'm fine with, and I am excited about this. Actually, this is why I'm excited for AI. Is like what we do is live. Like you can watch comedy on your phone. Maybe there's like better AI comics in 15 years. I don't give a fuck. What's fun about stand-up comedy is you're in a room with a bunch of people and you're vibing together. And so I think that's what the world goes back to for a lot of people is instead of movies, I'm going to go to a play. I go to concerts. I go to a concert once a week, and maybe those musicians aren't making millions of dollars. Maybe comics aren't making millions of dollars. I don't give a fuck. I'm here trying to have vibe. If I could do this show tonight, every night for the rest of my life,
So
that's a win.
You're spot on, right? And so that's the live portion of both comedy and music is what's going to stall away AI because the issue, I see your logic, right? But what's going to keep people away from seeing, like, there's local concerts, sure, but like keep people away from like plays are fucking expensive. Concerts are fucking expensive.
Not for long.
Movies are fucking expensive. And the issue is that because movies go in the same way, but the movies when the movies first came out and they became popular, the idea was that you're going to go to a movie instead of a play because the play is already a bit expensive, but the movie's really cheap. Now it's like a family of four is going to drop like $1.50, $1.25 to go to the movies.
Yeah.
It's
Go on a
absolutely-
Wednesday
it's
or a
absolute-
Tuesday
I go on
night.
Tuesdays now
Tuesday
too.
night,
Yeah,
yeah.
same.
Well, shout out in Austin, Texas. You guys don't have one here, but if I could get
Alamo
a
or
sponsor, Alamo, bro,
Alamo.
that
Almo's
is
sick.
my that is
I've
my
never been
church,
to an Alamo.
It's sick,
dude.
dude.
It is
the one in San
my
Antonio.
it is
I
my
used to go a
church,
lot to the one in El Paso.
dude. $20, unlimited movies. Fucking, they know how to respect movies. You sit in a chair, no one bothers you, no one's talking, dude. I found out about Alamo like a month ago, and I've been every week at least once, sometimes twice.
I will say this: movie theater seats should not be too comfortable.
Yeah, you don't want to fall asleep.
No, I don't even give a fuck about that. It's the same thing. I have a theory where it's the same thing as comedy shows, where you don't want the seats being too comfortable, because the more comfortable an audience member is, subconsciously, the more encouraged they are to talk to the person next to them. They'll be louder with their fucking food wrappers. They'll pull out their phone. They'll be too comfortable to not focus on what's going on. When I went to go watch fucking Weapons, these Mexicans came in, just a pack of them, right? Came in, and they were just talking, and they were being loud. They're on their phones, fucking around with their wrappers, trying to move seats, and they all showed up late. Oh, and I get it, it's a New Mexico thing.
Coming from a Mexican.
So it's not,
I was like,
yeah,
dog,
so
that's my people.
It is my people, and it's fucking disgusting. Okay, it's disgusting, and I'm embarrassed because it's like, personally, like, because I sat down in that seat, and first of all, they have like the cheap leather. It's like, right? I was at Icon, so it's super cheap leather, so you can't move around without making a ton of noise anyway. But like, I laid down in that recliner, and I was like, this is fucking nap time. You shouldn't sit down in a movie theater and think it's nap time. Just sit down in a movie theater, I'm gonna watch a damn movie.
But that's what Alamo's good for. Is you can do a recliner, but it doesn't recline your back that much. It goes back that much, so you're still like, you're not laying down, dude. I'm telling you,
I went
Alamo.
180 on that chair,
that's how
180 degrees on that chair.
That's how Flix is. Flix is like the one here. They don't have reclining chairs or anything. It's just like the things you pull out in front of you, which made Together, when me and my girl went and saw Together, it made it better. Like, I was like more focused than Then
That's
like,
I don't know how I feel
I'll
about
fall asleep anywhere. Dude.
I don't know how I feel about the food in the movies either, dude.
Dude, that's why Alamo's so great. It's a draft house. Popcorn, I've never found a kernel in an Alamo Draft House popcorn bowl. And it's refillable. They bring it to you. Yeah, dude, we got tenders.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You don't like it?
So good.
I'm not sold,
Flix,
dude.
they
Go
have,
to
I like
Alamo.
the tenders at Flix.
I just know, but it's the idea of eating food in a movie theater. I don't know if I'm down with that.
Oh, I see your
Like, in the theater. Like, if you have, like, a restaurant as a part of the movie theater, like you could eat dinner and then go see your movie, sick. But, like, I don't want to hear Big Chungus sitting next to me going down his fucking burger. Like, no I'm sorry, I just don't, dude.
For sure.
And then, if they eat something, I'm sorry, but it's like a big old fucking, this happened to me one time a few years ago. I was in a movie theater where they sold ice cream. And a big old fat dude, about 2 seats down from me, I'm talking huge, dude, huge, was mowing down this ice cream. Mowing it down. Clearly dairy was not his thing. And then just, like, Saddam gassed the movie theater for the rest of the runtime.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
And that was terrible.
That's not the ice cream's
That's
fault, bro.
horrible.
That guy
That's
knew.
my point. But the ice cream wasn't there. He doesn't have the option to ruin it for the rest of us.
But see, in Alamo, dude, I'm looking for a sponsorship. In Alamo, they do say, like, if someone is disrupting your
Tell 'em,
movie,
let 'em know.
like, you just leave a note and they kick them out. You get
is there
one.
like, is there like a snitch button?
Yeah, there's a
Hell yeah.
dude. Alamo Theater.
She's in the back.
Alamo
like,
Theater.
Fuck yeah, there is.
Give me a sponsorship. I'll do whatever you want.
Okay, I'd be cool with that. No. I would be cool if you could call an attendant and snitch, because I literally would have been, yeah, you see ice, get him. Like, go over there. This is my movie. I paid $7 for this movie ticket, okay? I'm a cheap piece of shit, all right?
There's so many fucking flies and wasps and shit. Dude, I don't like
I just
this.
realized we're in an open air venue. I shouldn't be yelling the things that I'm yelling.
Yeah,
This is so
I
about to
do
be
miss
canceled, dude.
I miss the old movies though. Like when I went to Superman, I went to the night premiere of like when it.
Superman Returns?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
No.
The newest one?
No,
the new one.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it like I thought it was gonna be packed. Like let's all go see Superman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was 3 of us in there, like 3 couples.
How much did you pay for your ticket?
Not a lot at all. It was at night. It came out on like a Thursday night. Maybe I paid like $16 for a ticket or something like that.
Okay.
But like I will say, like I haven't been to the movie theater except for this year in a long time. But movies are finally getting good again. Like Sinners was great, Superman was great, and for a while it was just like all cheap knockoffs.
That movie's been good, dude. You just gotta find them.
Yeah,
But,
but
like-
like during COVID, they didn't release any in the movie theaters,
Yeah.
so we didn't really see it.
I think there's been like maybe one good movie for each year for the past few years. Honestly, like hand to God.
You know A24 exists, right?
Yeah, like they don't pump out hit after hit. They pump out a lot of good stuff, but some of their stuff is like,
Yeah,
what
some
the
of
fuck
it's
did I
weird.
just watch?
What's that one with?
The Green Knight.
I didn't watch that.
shit on the Green Knight night, I'm kicking you off this podcast.
Dog.
Well, you could stay on my podcast. It's okay.
Okay.
The Green Knight is
so
shit.
Since COVID, all right.
I would rather take a
this is
2-hour-long
A24.
green shit
All right,
than see that movie. I swear to God.
Since COVID, Saint Maud, Val, The Green Knight, Lamb. What's another good one? Red Rocket.
He's listing
Yeah,
the
what did
bad
he say?
ones. What the fuck?
Tragedy of Macbeth.
Dude,
X.
that movie's so hard to watch.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
That was a good
Men,
movie.
Marcel the Shell.
Marcel the Shell,
dog. What are you
Yes.
talking
Phenomenal movie.
Oh my God.
Let's see. The
This-
Whale.
hey,
The
hey,
Whale?
He likes his favorite Batman's Ben Affleck. I think we know where
Beau
we
is
are right now.
Afraid.
That's
Past Lives.
I was afraid. So hard to watch.
Past Lives
Not
was
gonna lie,
good.
Talk to Me sucked.
no,
Sorry.
Talk to Me was good. See,
Dude,
that
Ben
is-
Affleck's his best Batman.
Dream Scenario. Zone of Interest. Iron Claw.
Iron
Iron
Claw
Claw
was
was
good.
good.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
Civil War. I saw the
that
TV
was a great
Glow.
movie.
I already said X.
But all of those,
He
like,
said one a year.
let's see. Heretic sucked actually. Just
No,
kidding.
Heretic was good.
Heretic
I liked
sucked.
it.
I don't understand this guy's opinion.
Warfare was a banger. And
I
then
don't know,
yeah, that's
man.
it.
I will say though, but this year, Sinners, Superman was great. Fantastic Four was the
I haven't
first
watched it
good.
yet.
It was the
I haven't
first.
watched
It was the
I was surprised
first
how good
good
that
Marvel movie I've
In a
seen in a
long
long
time. Since
time.
Spider-Man.
Don't kill it for me.
Since Spider-Man. Yeah,
since
that's
Spider-Man.
all I'm saying. Is that it was good. They finally knew. So here's my thing about superhero movies, and this is what Superman did right: is a superhero universe should be diverse, and I'm not talking about like there's like the whatever
For
woke
sure.
meaning, but like they should have different approaches to being a superhero.
Yeah, they all
you know.
do, yeah.
And I think like that's what Marvel started to mess up. Is like every hero was the funny, handsome guy
Yes.
or gal, and they always did the cool shit. It's like, I don't want to watch that. I want to watch the scene from Superman that I was like, this is the best superhero movie I've seen in the last decade, was when Hawk Girl is carrying him over, and he's like, you can't kill me. I'm like I am.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and,
she
and
killed
she's
me.
like,
Yeah.
and she
Yeah.
goes like, I'm not Superman, and she
Free
chucks him.
Palestine,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah. Straight
Dude,
up.
I was like, yeah. I was
See,
like,
you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Because you're right. They made basically every leading star of Marvel basically the same, with like degrees to left or right differences. And they even did that to Loki, because Loki was a big popular character after Avengers
Yeah.
1, and they stopped making him a villain, and they made him like the cool guy in the leather jacket smoking a cigarette,
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm a bad
sure.
boy, but it wasn't
For
really
sure.
a villain. Right, and I like how Loki season 2 ended, but they really kind of ruined his character for a while. They nerfed the Hulk like crazy, ruined the Hulk, dude. But what I liked about Fantastic Four was it felt like a Fantastic Four comic book.
Yeah.
Like, and you're completely right with the movies, with the characters, because those movies ended up like if you never touched a comic in your life and you only watched the MCU, it's like the impression that it gave me was like it would give that person the idea that if they were going to a comic store and they picked up an Iron Man comic and they picked up a Captain America
Yeah,
comic, that it would
yeah.
be the same thing.
exactly.
And it's like, no, these are very different properties, very different characters, but different.
What's up, Last Laugh fam? This episode is sponsored and brought to you by Strange Kind Ballooning out here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We got our pilot right here, Adam, certified pilot. So if you guys want to book a flight, you guys want to get up in the air, Balloon Fiesta time, whenever, go to strangekindballooning.com, Strange Kind Ballooning on Instagram. They'll be in the podcast bio. Fuck yeah, hopefully we land.
Different issues, and what Fantastic Four did really well is first of all, they made the right thing, making it their own universe, first of all, but
yeah.
they made it, like, no pun intended, fantastical. They made it super like very comic booky, and then what I'm really surprised about, where he touched on with how they made the main characters, is they made Reed Richards, like, they didn't go as far into it as I wish they would have, but they showed that Reed Richards is an asshole, and at the end of the day, he puts himself and his brain first,
Yeah.
which is exactly
Always
who
has
he
in the
is
comics,
in
yeah.
the
Yeah.
comic books.
Yeah.
And what I'm excited, like, I'm not very excited for Doomsday, but one thing I'm interested in is the fact that they're putting Namor in there. And Namor has a history of trying to sleep with Sue Storm,
Yeah,
basically
it'll be
on
interesting.
every occasion. And there are some occasions where she kind of slips away with him because she's done with Reed Richards, with him being a selfish piece of shit. And I hope they explore that. But I like the way they characterized Reed. I'm glad that they. Okay, again,
All right, I haven't seen it.
Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it. But not to sound like a Republican, but I'm glad that in 2025.
He's gonna say the most Republican shit I've ever
In
heard.
2025, the center of a major blockbuster movie was a nuclear family. When is the last time we had that? Where it was a mother and a father figure. They were in their traditional roles, showing why each one is important. Not one is better than the other.
Incredibles. I don't know.
20 years ago?
For sure.
I honestly I didn't see. I don't so much give a shit about all that. Like, it's more like, to me, I want to see them meet the Punisher. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want in a comic book movie, and I think that the old Marvel movies did a good job of that. Iron Man was this womanizing playboy.
Dude, the first Iron Man was so crazy to watch.
And, and then he meets Captain America, who is the Boy Scout, and it's okay, how are these two going to get along to accomplish a common goal? That is a very interesting watch.
They got away from that quick.
Yeah, and then when you watch Thor 4. And Taika Waititi is my all-time favorite director, so I don't want to shit on it too much. But it's what's the difference between Thor and...
No, that's a bad movie, though.
It was a bad movie.
They ruined Christian Bale.
I honestly don't think...
I wanted to... He doesn't have any bad movies, and...
Gore the God Butcher should have been... In reality, he should have been an Avengers level threat. That dude... If there's any Thor book you should read, it's Jason Aaron's Thor. Yeah. Because that's where Gore the God Butcher... I don't know if it's the first time he shows up, but it's the first modern time where he's a major player.
Yeah.
And he's... he lives up to the name. He's you don't fuck with that guy. He should have been an Avengers level threat, because it takes what most of Asgard to take him down. From what I remember.
All right, Affleck, I got a question for you.
He's the best Batman.
No, this is real. Both of you guys can answer this, because I believe that there's truly a wrong. There's a one right answer to this question. And we'll get away. We won't say girls, no actresses. Who's the best actor of all time in your guys' opinion?
Oh, actor of all time?
I feel there's one.
Sorry, I'm
right
checking
answer.
for Rain real quick. Hang on.
Damn, dude, that's such a good question.
Best actor?
I'm
There's only one
probably.
answer.
I gotta go. I wish I wasn't answering this right now.
So what's the criteria though? Because is it just, are we basing it off of how many amazing movies they've been in? Is it how many great roles because there's a lot of actors that have amazing roles in horrible movies.
Well, okay, so there's only one actor that has won the Oscar for...
Oscars clearly don't matter because DiCaprio only has one.
It's go and look at the movies that he went against when he did go when
Still,
he was.
Though, the Oscars don't matter. And dude, literally up until this year is when they finally made it a rule that the Academy had to watch every movie that was nominated.
For sure, okay, but the right answer is Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, I thought it was Johnny Depp. I love Daniel Day-Lewis. Johnny Depp, dude, he kills it every time.
He is a great actor.
But ever since he did Jack Sparrow, he's only Jack Sparrow in every movie after that.
Black Mass. I'm sorry. Have you seen Black Mass?
I haven't seen it. So
okay, please watch Black
Mass.
Mass.
But why? And I will say Daniel Day.
Public Enemies?
That's an alright movie.
But Daniel Day-Lewis, I will say, so it's kind of if I could break it down for the UFC, Daniel Day-Lewis is this guy who he does so much less work, but he's excellent in everything. Whereas Johnny Depp has done more work and he's been great in all of it. Maybe not Daniel Day-Lewis level good in every single role.
For sure.
But I just think so in acting, there's two types of acting. There's subtle acting. Well, method acting is how you get there, but
character.
So there's character acting, and then there's kind of more subtle acting.
That's what I was gonna. Yeah.
And so Johnny Depp can do both very well, whereas Daniel Day-Lewis really does character acting. He's going to change his voice. He's going to change his mannerisms. He's going to change everything. Johnny Depp does that in most of his roles, but he can also do a role where he doesn't have to change his mannerisms. He can just kind of ride off pure charisma, and he does well in that.
And just be Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, and so I don't know about that. I see you talk shit over me.
So if you think about it, if you think about just My Left Foot, Gangs of New York, Lincoln, There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
What else is
You
this
sat through
one?
Lincoln?
I
Great
watched
movie.
that. I made my girlfriend sit through it and watch it.
Dude, my fucking...
Yeah, dude, that's an amazing movie.
Great movie.
I don't think that you can name someone that has... Because all those movies I just named have to be perfect.
Well,
I don't have one.
my brain immediately went to Jake Gyllenhaal. he's phenomenal in everything he's in, and that's why I brought up like an amazing role in a horrible movie, because like he was in this movie a while back on Netflix.
Whatever that
No,
was called.
Nightcrawler's a phenomenal movie. I adore that movie, but he was in a movie
Ben
on
Affleck
Netflix a
could
while
have
back.
directed that one. Said Ben Affleck could have directed that one.
Ben Affleck's a great director. Argo, Gone Girl.
Argo and Gone Girl are good.
No, he didn't
They're
direct
both
Gone Girl.
good.
No, I'm sorry. No, Argo, and then he directed The Town, and
The
then
Town's a good movie.
Banger, and then what was it?
But those are exceptions to the rule of
Yeah,
like
to the-
Ben Affleck is the most replaceable.
because he put all his money and basically all his eggs into the basket of Live by Night, and that was horrible. And then
that and Divorce.
But well, you know. Hey, you know what, dude? Hey, you know what? If you're a multi-millionaire actor and you're bouncing between Jennifer Garner and J-Lo, that ain't a bad life. Sorry.
And Jennifer Aniston, right? All of them.
No, not Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, didn't he? He was with her back in the day.
Oh, I don't know.
For sure.
Anyway, point is, so Jake Gyllenhaal's in a movie called Velvet Buzzsaw, where he was great in the movie, but the movie is trash.
Okay.
Right? But then he also, Nightcrawler, Prisoners, Jarhead is phenomenal.
Prisoners is kind of hard to get through.
Well, that's the whole point.
It took me a few times. End of watch.
You're saying is like you thought the quality wasn't
Yeah,
good.
end of watch. Fire.
End of Watch, yep, phenomenal movie.
But still, none of those movies are like There Will Be Blood.
That's true. Yeah, you can't really put them on the same pedestal.
Was because DiCaprio is really great. And if you're going old school, I mean, especially with horror, right? Boris Karloff, insane.
For sure.
Bela Lugosi, insane.
What's his name that played The Godfather?
And I was gonna say, if
he's
you're a little
very
further than
good.
that, Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
And then Gregory Peck, incredible.
But like, this is why I'm gonna go back to Johnny Depp. Is like Marlon Brando gave advice to Johnny Depp of like, I'm not doing so many movies anymore because you don't want to do anything like half-ass. He's like, we only have the quote he said was, we only have so many faces to show, and then you run out. I have not yet seen Johnny Depp run out of what he can do, and
Oh, I'm sorry. Tom Cruise.
No.
he's a good actor. Not
Oh, kicked
he's a
that fool in the face.
yeah, he's good, but
not a
he's
good
not on the
actor.
same level.
He plays the same. He's like Nicolas Cage or
Watch
like
Jerry Maguire
like
and tell me
Gerard
he's not
Butler.
He's
phenomenal.
good. I like-
Eyes wide shut
He
and
plays
tell me
the
he's
same
not
character in
insane
every
in that movie.
He plays the same character in every movie.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. He's just like Nicolas Cage or Gerard Butler.
I think all of these guys are good
Gerard
actors.
Butler's not in the
Liam
conversation as
Neeson.
an actor. Neither is Liam Neeson.
No, I'm just saying.
They're
Liam
fun to
Neeson's
watch.
great.
Tom
Did you
Cruise
guys
is
see
not-
Naked Gun?
I heard it was good.
Go. Yeah.
I heard it was good.
Amazing.
Tom Cruise is not in the discussion
think he
of
is.
best
no,
actor. Of
no,
all time.
I wouldn't. He's an amazing
I would
guy.
say modern
He's a
Scientologist.
Scientologist.
but like in
Dude,
modern film, I think he's one of the most important actors. He's the reason we got out of COVID.
Dude, he has me rethinking Scientology. He like jumped out of a plane. He's like 70 years old. He's still like jumping out of planes. I'm like, there's something to that shit.
We're fine. It's fine.
Fuck that fool.
No, he's
But great actor. I feel like I'm missing somebody.
I mean, honestly, someone who I'm really sad we never got to see more of
Heath
was
Ledger?
Heath Ledger.
Heath
I
Ledger's
mean, like,
great.
hey, like that is the standard by which actors grade themselves. Because again, here's a good example of like when you're an actor, you have to like. So to me, when you judge actors, I don't tend to get into this conversation because picking actors is like picking ingredients for a soup. What matters most is the story and how things serve the story. So like, who's the best leading man of all time? Everyone we just said is out of the conversation. I would say Antonio Banderas, Tom Selleck. That's going to be your best leading man.
Brad Pitt. I'm sorry.
Brad Pitt, amazing actor, not the greatest of actor of all time, amazing actor, but great leading man,
Leading
right?
man,
So if
leading
you,
man.
it's about picking ingredients. Like greatest comedic actor or actress of all time, hands down, no debate, Melissa McCarthy is the GOAT.
She's pretty funny.
Dude, no. That SNL
But-
sketch,
That-
I
you can't
died.
say that when there's
So
like.
you let me know whenever she can empty out her purse so your balls can fall out.
dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
Melissa McCarthy.
Dude.
The
How
best.
are you saying that
When there's
people
Will
like
Ferrell?
Will Ferrell, John C. We
Great.
just had this conversation.
They're great.
Danny McBride.
Yeah, Danny
Jonah
McBride,
Hill,
Seth Rogen.
Dude, yeah, Seth Rogen
Chris
is
Farley.
Dude, they're fine. Melissa
Jim
McCarthy,
Carrey?
no one
She's
else has
pretty
made me
funny.
laugh.
She's
No one
pretty
else has
funny.
made me laugh nearly the same. Have you seen that bit where she's on SNL and
Name
she does?
one of her movies that is better than any of Jim Carrey's.
That one movie, Bridesmaids, hilarious.
Bridesmaids.
That
But
movie's
Kristen
so
Wiig
good.
hard carries that movie.
Nah, Melissa McCarthy.
No
hard
way.
Dude, with all the puppies and shit at the end, bro.
No
are you
way.
and the
And that's just a bad knockoff of The Hangover.
no, it's not. Not at all.
Nah,
But
that's a
Zach
different thing.
Galifianakis
You're telling
is
me
up there,
that you're
though.
telling me that Bridesmaids doesn't do as well as it does if Hangover doesn't exist?
Yeah,
No.
they're completely different.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
you're quiet because I'm
No.
right.
I thought about it,
They're
but I do
completely
disagree.
different movies. And then also, what's that other one she's in with? Jason. Well, not Jason. Jason Bateman.
Like where she steals his identity.
Yeah,
that one's
identity
great.
theft.
Identity
I haven't
theft.
seen
She
I'm
kills.
not like a big Jim Carrey fan, so
I
Okay, but like Will Ferrell.
yeah. Will
Literally
Ferrell's
one of the
great.
great,
Not as
one
good.
of the greatest comedic actors. of all
Talladega
time.
Nights.
dude,
Dude,
great
Talladega
movie.
Nights,
Honestly,
Step
but
Brothers,
see, but what you're talking
Elf,
about, but
Old
like,
School.
Old School,
What-
Wedding. No, he's on Wedding Crashers. Just kidding.
what
No,
you
not
guys
that
are
one.
saying though is like you're
Who's
judging
Wedding
great
Crashers?
movies and then putting that against her acting. Like you're talking about so many different factors. I'm just talking purely on what she can execute
Jonah
versus what
Hill
he
in
can execute.
Superbad beats her in everything.
Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill is the most underrated artist of our generation.
Danny McBride is the best comedic actor of all time. You can't beat Kenny
Oh
Powers.
yeah, all of Eastbound and Down clears anything
I don't
Melissa
know.
McCarthy could
Dude,
dream of
I
doing.
respect your opinion,
I know.
though.
I think that like she can execute any comedic role better than anyone
she
else.
just plays Roseanne in every movie.
If Roseanne never got canceled for real, she has no career. Maybe not that far, but like that's a tough sell, dude.
Good lord.
You
no.
liked Mike and Molly?
Son of a
I-
bitch.
dude,
I'm
that's
just
fair.
talking about.
And if you're talking SNL, dude,
Chris
Farley.
But that's what you're talking.
she was never like. Was she ever
Oh,
a cast
dude,
member?
she blows,
Also,
dude.
also though, like
She
what's his
blows
name?
Chris Farley out of the water.
Yes.
No way.
Yeah.
There is literally no. If we're talking just skits, the motivational speaker is better than anything she's done.
I disagree.
See, but like so same like because like 80s 90s comedy is very like corny to me
Chris
in a way.
Rock.
Chris Rock's funny, but like
Eddie
there's like
Murphy.
Andy
They're
Samberg's
better
funny.
stand-ups than her.
Andy Samberg's hilarious.
Oh, it's
Great.
Hot Rod's one of the best
Dude, I love Hot Rod.
comedic movies of
No.
all time.
But yeah, I don't know.
Bill Hader on SNL is hilarious too.
Great.
Yeah.
But
Pretty
she
much everything he
executes
does
better than all of
is-
them. Have you guys seen the skit where she does like Pizza Girl or she does the announcements for the White House?
I'm gonna have to watch it.
I've
You
seen
guys-
the announcement for the White House.
Watch those skits after this podcast and see and just think about it for a while and then imagine her in any other movie. Like she executes better than
I
anyone
don't
I've
have
ever
to
seen.
imagine though. I see Norm Macdonald doing the Weekend Update.
But that's like that's not skit I'm talking comedic acting. Norm Macdonald is not going to beat out greatest stand-up of all time in my opinion. Not greatest comedic actor. He could not be anything but Norm Macdonald.
True. That's true.
Whereas Melissa McCarthy can wear a lot of different hats.
She's just Melissa
I
McCarthy.
would put Vince Vaughn over her, dude.
Hey man.
And he's great, but like, dog.
I get it's a hot take in this room.
Kenny
I shouldn't have
Powers.
picked a woman
Kenny Powers.
in this crowd.
No, there's some good
Funny women
female
exist,
actresses.
but like,
Name one.
Kristen Wiig's hilarious.
yeah, Kristen Wiig.
Name a new
are
one.
Are we talking actors or stand-ups? Or both?
Any.
Okay, I really like Nikki Glaser.
All right,
Whitney
I didn't think he was
Cummings,
gonna come up with
Maria,
one.
Maria Bamford, Natasha Leggero.
Kim Cogden has a fat ass.
Yeah.
All right. He's more racist than he is
Well, the
sexist.
girl who
I shouldn't have
dated,
banked on that.
The girl who dated Jimmy Kimmel, she's a stand-up comedian. Sarah
Sarah
Silverman.
Silverman.
Sarah Silverman's a killer.
What's her name?
Did
Fat
you-
Amy.
Fat Amy.
Right now,
What's her
Jordan Jensen. She's phenomenal.
Great. Have you guys seen Sarah Silverman do blackface?
No, but I'd love to.
That's pretty bad. Well, it's just so funny because she was just roasting someone recently on like being. I love Sarah Silverman. I don't want this to come across like I don't, but I love it when
Anti-Semitic.
who comics,
Jews protect their own.
like when comics are like coming out like who are very well established, who are like this is how you do comedy. And everyone's like, that's not how you did comedy back in the day.
For sure,
like,
yeah,
I
for
remember.
sure.
Right.
You know?
Well, that is weird when entertainers try to like turn their back on what they did in their career in the beginning.
I think, but I will say something that's nice is that's starting to be fixed. SNL did a great job of that. Of like now that's a skit, like an in memoriam, and they're like, and SNL is owning. Here's all the times we did blackface. Isn't that kind of fucked up? And then they move
there's
on.
that skit between Chevy Chase and Richard Pryor, where by the end of it, it's I don't know if you've seen that or not, but it's Chevy Chase is interviewing Richard Pryor to be a janitor at a school.
Okay.
And they're just saying slurs.
Yeah, the last like 90 seconds of it is just them throwing racial slurs back at each other, and he's like calling them the N-word. Richard Pryor's calling them every like pulling out white slurs that you've never even thought of before. Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, like. Sure, can you make that today? No, but that doesn't deny that like that skit is funny, and people. I remember like that got unearthed like 6 years ago or something like that. People were freaking out about it.
Yeah,
it was like, okay, Richard Pryor wrote that, so then by your own standards, does it make it okay?
Well, like I think like it's I think it's okay to like say, yeah. I mean,
here's the difference, right? So you have that skit, right? And it's like, okay, it's clearly in a comedic setting. They're trying to make people laugh. But then you have Michael Richards, the guy who played Kramer in Seinfeld, when he had his notorious meltdown at the Laugh Factory. That clearly wasn't in a comedic manner. He was yelling at a couple of black dudes in the balcony, calling them the N-word. That's not cool.
Yeah, it's there's no punchline.
Racism.
Yeah,
like that's not good.
The word itself.
Yeah, it's just and like that's what I'm trying to say is like I think a lot of times things age well or age poorly if they're supposed to. Like I think like you can and like to me it's like I've been talking about this a lot. It's like what exists on the internet and then what exists in like real life. Like so people are outraged at that skit, for example, on the internet. I've never once met anyone, comedy fan or not, who gives a shit. But the comments, like you know, like and like here's a topical one is like the Sydney Sweeney ad. Like I've never met someone yet
actually mad about it.
Yeah, who was actually like really pissed about it. Or
that is a specimen. Why is anyone mad about that? Why was it okay for not I love all race, all genders, everything. Why was it okay for Beyonce to come out with the Levi's ad right at the same time and like because everyone was like, "This is so much better than Sydney Sweeney."
People were freaking the fuck out because the Sydney Sweeney thing.
The jeans thing.
No, because he's a blonde hair, blue-eyed white girl. Yeah. Frankly, Hitler's wet dream. And
sorry, we can't all look like that.
And he was like, the ad was like, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. And it's like, okay, are we talking about her genetic makeup that gave her blonde hair and blue eyes, or are we maybe talking about her ass and how great it looks in a pair of blue jeans?
Yeah, they're talking about that,
and
clearly
but also the jean company selling jeans.
But when you're saying, but also when you're saying jeans,
howdy.
Hello. Also, when you're saying jeans, you're not
GENES.
Yeah,
no,
I know, but also like they're not like one. And if they were like talking about her fucking DNA, I'm thinking about how beautiful she is, not that she's blonde hair, blue eyes.
But I this is where I get a little conspiracy theory esque. I honestly think like bots are obviously a thing where people are like, all right, we need like a bunch of fake users.
Monkey Farm and Superman.
Yeah. Like we need a bunch of fake users to start talking about this. And I'm like, Sydney Sweeney. Remember what the talking point was before the ad? It was the Epstein list. I'm like, dude, like you know, like I just think like there's a bunch of bots out there just like talking about anything race related. You know,
no, there's definitely distractions that are happening.
Yeah.
And so watch, I saved it. Literally like it was like a month ago or so when the Epstein stuff was really kicking off, and out of nowhere Trump was able to get the leaders here it is got the leaders of Armenia and Azerbaijan to agree to a peace deal, which is historically speaking, like just like
they've hated each other forever.
Yeah, pluck that out of everything's going on right now. That's an insane grab, and anybody who doesn't support that is frankly insane because those are the same people that deny the Armenian genocide even happened, right?
Yeah.
But then you put it into the context where it's like, okay, I really doubt that was at the top of his to-do list. But it's like, why did you do it? Now, the means to the end, especially in that scenario, is like, we can kind of split the difference and be like, hey, at least he got a peace deal. That's nice. But it's hard not to when it's like, oh, no, okay, you're doing this while simultaneously covering for a global sex trafficking ring
Yeah.
that specialized with underage women that you are at a bare minimum implicated in.
Yeah.
Bare minimum.
All right, fuck the politics though.
I'm
Let's
just
not
saying.
get into that.
I bring that up because you're completely right. It's not conspiracy. You're completely right that there are distractions that happen because to add to your point, fucking Trump decides to make a statement after the city, like, City Swedes are great Americans, and that's a great company, and blah 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 blah. It's like, okay, dog, I don't care that you think she's hot. Release the list.
So I watched Freakier Friday.
Cringe.
My girlfriend took me to watch that.
He
Nostalgic.
saw that the Jamie Lee Curtis ad. I'm like, oh yeah, she does have some big bazongas.
No, dude. So
We're gonna go watch that movie.
nostalgic, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we all watched Freaky
yeah,
Friday
for
as
sure.
kids. So I was trying to come up with a bit. You guys can help me on this.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a bit or just like a fucked up, stupid situation. Imagine Freaky Friday happens to you and your dad. You wake up in your dad's body, your mom's sucking you off. What do you do?
Gosh. I'm out of this bit.
No, dude,
Just
what do you
so
do,
far
dude?
out of
What
it.
do you do?
I kill myself? What the fuck
keep
are you
going,
talking
expose
about?
it all, like, because
Dog,
granted, you don't know, right? You don't know, right? You wake up, you're like, Mom, what are you doing? You're in your dad's body.
Well, in
and then what if
reality-
she's like, it's okay, son, and just keep sucking. Then what do you do?
I kill myself. I don't see
You can't
another
kill you're in your dad's body. That's
Dude,
fucked
me
up.
and my dad are dying that day. I
That would
don't
be
give a
hilarious.
fuck.
That would be hilarious.
That's a short movie, bro.
That's or a porn that we can get rich off of.
And then your
One
dad's
of
in
the
your
two.
body, and he's like, "Oh, I just get to be 18 again. All right, I'll grow up again. That's fine."
And then your dad, like,
And you
then,
get-
like,
and then as your dad-
but you're not 18. Remember,
No,
you're like
no,
16,
your
and
dad
you're
is-
getting molested every summer by your uncle, and your dad has to go through that too. So
I kill my son.
That's a
and
real-
Dad's like,
myself.
"Brother, why are you molesting me again?"
He's like, not again. We've done this. This is so much less fun.
okay.
I got a new.
Oh no, we're back in the cabin.
That's just what I thought while I was watching. I was like, just imagine if that happened, babe. She's like, why are you thinking about that?
That would be like a dream scenario for
That's
the
like
like
the
if the dad hates being married to the mom. That's the dream scenario because now he just gets to mouth off to the mom as a teenager. He can say all the shit he wanted to.
Dude.
But yeah, yeah, I think that's funny. Where a scenario where like the uncle's molesting the son, but really it's the dad being molested by his brother. Why are you doing it again? I think that's funny.
Yeah, see,
I
that's an
think
SNL
it
skit.
killed-
Why
it
don't
killed
we
on a podcast.
We should start our own.
Dog, I don't think
set.
you've seen SNL in a while. If you
No,
did
we should start
SNL.
our own. We should start our own.
All right, I'm in. I'm not doing that skit, but the next skit you got, I'm in. Dude, I got this. So I've got this new bit. I don't think I can pull it off. Tell me honestly, I think it's kind of stupid. I wrote it today. Tell me what you think of this one. Is I think abortions have to be legal, but just because all the coat hangers are plastic nowadays, I feel like that'll go well. And I talk about microplastics. It's like fishing with a Barbie doll. I don't think that's good, man. I don't think I can pull it off, but there's a good bit there.
Jesus Christ.
There's a nugget.
Yeah, you have to unpack it differently. But
So
that's the idea. The idea that abortions are getting legalized because all
Because
of the
coat-
hangers are plastic.
Because coat hangers
Like,
are
it's just
plastic.
like, where do you even find a wire hanger anymore? You have to go to like a Korean dry cleaners to even get one of those.
Dude.
Because those are the only ones that have them. There is something there. You have to like unpack it differently. I'm trying
You
to.
got to
like,
do a bingo of like how many races you can pull into your conversation. I love it, dude. It's great. It's good. I would have
I'm
gotten.
trying to
Right.
a racial
So
side of
this
myself.
feels like an American Dad.
Dude,
episode,
I know. I
It's
was like, I wanted to be like Korean. That's a bingo. I got it. He hit the Mexican Jews
Oh
and
shit! He
Koreans.
didn't do Sri Lankans.
how much
That
time
was
are
the
you
last
down
one
to
on
do
my
that?
car.
What?
How much time are you good with tonight?
I mean, whatever. I got. Yeah.
Okay.
I can do like.
That means 10
yeah,
minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. That's the most I got.
25.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. What about you?
What? I don't give a shit.
All
I
right,
really don't.
3
care.
minutes. You can't say any race. Any
I don't have
no,
any
I'm just-
racist
I know, I'm
material,
just kidding, I'm
which
just
is
Dude,
kind of
I-
interesting. Like
yeah.
I don't have racist material. Like, my
It's
first
just
joke-
his genuine thoughts.
Actually,
There's nothing
well,
funny about it.
I'm sorry I read statistics,
Oh
but no, I actually the first joke I ever told was
think
a
I could
very
drown myself in that.
was a very racist joke, and it got a couple of laughs at the open mic. No, that's not true. It got one laugh from a black guy, which was awesome. It got from Steph actually, but you know, that was nice. I don't have any racist material. I don't really have that.
I need
like-
another round. You
I
guys
also have to
know?
pee really bad, so
Let's
if
take a
we
break.
wanna
Right.
Well, because when's the show gonna start?
Well, they're gonna start seating at 6:30, so you guys want to be in there at 6:30 to eat and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, sounds good.
We can wrap it up here. That's fine.
Let's do
This
it.
is
We'll
fine,
wrap
man.
it up on me
Shorter-
being a racist. That's fine.
Yeah.
shorter episode. No, this is
Hey,
short.
this is the guy who thinks Ben Affleck was the best Batman.
Because he
You can't
is.
take his opinion
Because
for much.
he is. It goes.
If you're Korean,
well,
don't
really,
worry about it.
I'll
really,
piss him off. George Clooney was a better Batman than Ben Affleck.
100%. 100%.
Yes, sir.
Based on what?
Based
The whole
on the
movie,
acting,
everything, the nipples on the suit too. Come on.
Just because your nipples are enlarged does not mean that everyone else's has to be.
Ben Affleck was so bad, dude. Dude, get
The
Batman
real-
another
the
drink
real-
and tell him to
Ben
shut the
Affleck's best
fuck up.
movie was Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. So
Dude, I have a hard time finding a Ben Affleck movie where he's not the most replaceable person in the movie.
That is insane.
no, it's true.
Yeah.
Replace him with Matt Damon.
Yeah,
as
dude,
best friend
yeah.
in any movie.
Yeah, any day.
In
Any
any
day of the
movie.
week. Pay Matt Damon less, he'll do a better job.
No.
Yeah, Gone Girl, Pedro Pascal.
Dude, his voice went so high.
Now you're just rage baiting. Yeah, now you're just rage baiting. That's insane.
I'm just trying to piss this one
That's
off.
insane. The real best Batman is Kevin Conroy. That's just kind of a wash. But then after him,
Do you know Christian Bale exists?
No, but he's talking about an animated.
yeah,
Like, no,
the
just
animated
his
Batman
voice
is the best. Yes, because that is the Batman. Yes, but
I
then
can
after
do
that,
that.
it goes Affleck, Adam West, Michael Keaton,
everyone
Before
before
Christian Bale?
Christian Bale,
That's
and then
crazy.
Val Kilmer, and then Clooney, and then
Yeah, dude.
Clooney's your worst.
yeah. He was a good Bruce Wayne, but like his Batman, like there's no separation between his Batman and his Bruce Wayne, and there needs to be a separation between the two. The reason
When he
why
just
I think
he just left out the best
reason-
Batman and maybe the best actor of our
I know.
generation, Robert Pattinson.
Here's why I have.
So-
Here's why. Okay. Here's why I have Christian Bale on my number 4. Is because with Christian Bale. Now here's the thing. Because I struggle with this. I do. Because Batman Begins.
I believe that.
Yeah, I do. Because Batman Begins is the best Batman movie ever made.
Yeah.
Like Batman Begins is such an incredible.
I like the Batman.
Yeah.
It is
the
incredible. Oh, yeah,
newest one.
Pattinson exists.
That's my favorite Batman. of
You
all
said
time,
that like
so.
20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where I am with Pattinson yet, but like with Christian Bale, what makes Batman Begins so good is that his Bruce Wayne is the most interesting version of Bruce Wayne ever.
He's just a crybaby.
Like, no, he's not. No, he's not. He's a guy struggling with what does he do with his
Oh,
fortune.
my parents died.
How does he?
The whole movie is him with Alfred like, you're not my dad.
No, that's
You're
Pattinson.
literally not
That's
my
Pattinson.
dad.
That's
well,
Pattinson.
he says that in
That's
one point.
literally
but
Pattinson. Yeah.
Dude, with his hair like this and makeup.
Bale
Yeah,
acts
that's
He's
Pattinson.
like,
Not Bale.
Put on Blink
Not
182.
Bale. That's
Yeah,
Pattinson.
for
But
sure.
like with Christian Bale, it's the struggle of Bruce Wayne trying to ascend to something better and not basically fall into the scum of Gotham. And then when he becomes Batman, first of all, that bat suit's insanely good.
Yeah,
even
it's
though,
good.
even
The
though
Dark
it is
Knight
all
suit's
black,
good. Yeah,
even
the
though
Dark
it
Knight
is all
suit's
black,
good.
it's still very good. And the Gotham has a personality. And Batman has a real separation from Bruce Wayne, and that's what I really like. But like as the movies carry on, especially in The Dark Knight, like The Dark Knight's a great movie, but Gotham loses all its personality. It's basically just Chicago. Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne loses basically anything interesting about him. The most interesting thing about his arc is the fact that he can't get with Rachel anymore, and she's one of the most boring love interests ever in a movie.
And they changed her to
And
ugly-ass
right,
Maggie
Maggie
Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal. And then
Dude,
the Dark
keep
Knight,
Katie Holmes there, bro.
yeah,
What are you guys
The Dark
doing?
Knight is hard carried by.
Katie Holmes acts like this. Any line she goes,
No, you're right.
every
It's
time,
like
dude,
the Kristen-
it's like,
Well,
she's
when
like,
you
what are we
walked in the
doing?
Dungeon by Tom Cruise for 15 years.
She's like, yeah.
You know, like, anyway, so with The Dark Knight, it's hard carried by Heath Ledger and Aaron Eckhart as Two-Face. And they kind of sidestep Batman. And also, a consistent thing throughout all 3 of those movies is that for as amazing a director Christian Bale is, he has no idea how to film a fight scene.
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan has no idea how to film a fight scene. Those fight scenes are terrible.
I've heard different from a lot of different people.
Those are horrible fight
but
scenes.
I'll leave it at this too, though. Tom Hardy's Bane is probably the best Batman villain of all time. I think so. I think that
Heath Ledger?
just because he fucking took pills and died.
No, because that performance was amazing.
And what was bad about
You're
Tom
being
Hardy?
very
Tom
inflammatory,
Hardy
but
was-
I see what you're saying. People
Tom Hardy was.
It was so good.
It was great.
Bane,
It was
dude.
great.
People inflame Heath Ledger's Joker more to what it was, even though it was very great.
It was good.
Best Batman villain, dude.
Oh my gosh, I feel like you guys are
Jack Nicholson's Joker. For
Well,
real.
no, that's a good Joker, but also what Colin Farrell's doing with the Penguin right now is
very good.
Yeah.
Amazing. But, like, the thing is, like, see, I feel like, yeah, Heath Ledger is also, his legacy is mired in so much lies that, like, it affects, I think, his perception of the role.
But do you deny that people heighten his movies because he died?
No.
Do you deny that?
because what else does he have? A Knight's Tale, 10
Great
Things
movie.
to
But
Hate
see,
About You.
well, like,
or
here's the
whatever.
thing. Well, here's the thing about him, and this is why, like, acting's where I come from, and for actors, he is the ultimate, like, kind of like what you want to do
like
as an
Kurt
actor.
Cobain.
Yeah, well, not really, because the problem was
They
like
just both killed themselves.
yeah. The problem was like the way he died was an accident. People think, and then that's where this like legend
An
of
accidental overdose.
yeah,
right?
because
Yeah.
what he was on sleeping pills, and then he got a cold, and he mixed it with his cold medication.
Right.
But the rumor that
Okay.
went
So it
well,
wasn't like
it
oxygen.
wasn't.
I've never looked. I just
yeah,
saw
yeah.
shit, I've never
But the
even
rumor
looked.
that went around was that he did method acting, which he did not. He was actually he was Heath Ledger when he was Offset, and then he was a Joker when they called action, and people confused.
Well, the
started
method acting
rumor-
thing came because he spent like 6 weeks in a hotel room.
But that's just research.
right.
Yeah.
People took that. I think because he died,
Exactly.
and because he did the Joker research. Let's call it that, right?
Yeah.
He did the Joker research in a hotel room, and he died in a hotel room. So
Yeah.
people take that and they conflate it and they blow it up. I mean, yeah, I don't know, dude. Like,
It's a good Joker
And-
though. It's
but-
fucking captivating.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
well, what was crazy about him is that was the acting he wanted to do his whole life. But he's just this hot young guy. So the only thing they would cast him in is like, yeah, you're gonna be the hot young guy.
sure,
so
yeah,
that
yeah.
was his first
What a horrible
chance to like step away. Well, like as an artist.
You know, I would kill to be a hot young guy.
What's the movie he made after the last one that came out? Mr.
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Bear's Wonder Emporium.
That was a good movie with him
Yeah.
and Dennis. What's
Well,
his name?
the thing with that movie is he died,
The
and
fool
so
from
they
Rain Man.
they replaced him with Johnny Depp's in that movie. He replaces Heath Ledger.
Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman.
I think we're thinking.
I think
of
he's
different
in it.
movie. I think
think
that's
he's
a
in
different
it.
movie, but it
Oh,
doesn't
maybe.
matter. Anyway, it's the point is like he did such a phenomenal job, and that was like very famous because he took things away from being so mechanic. Like you got to remember what at that time was is acting at that time was way more mechanic. Everything felt very in control. When you were watching a scene, you could tell an actor was in control. He was improvising on that set,
For
and
sure.
he changed acting forever with that role because he knew how to like he stuck to a script, but he knew where he could do different work, and he did different takes every time, and he really embodied that role. And that from then on, people realized kind of what was possible to do with the role. And yeah, it's just great. He has one of the most famous acting moments of all time is he hits the detonation to blow up the hospital.
Right.
Most expensive scene in the whole movie. It doesn't go off. Anyone else would have been like broken
What the
character.
fuck? Yeah.
He just stays in character and does just Joker shit for a second. And then it blows up.
For sure.
Ends up being kind of comedic. It ends up being the
sure.
joke. I mean, he's amazing.
It's in character for the
That's a
Joker.
good one.
Yeah.
All right, I have to piss really bad.
All right,
so
all right, I need a
Josh,
drink.
tell them.
Yeah, your socials.
All that stuff.
All right.
Everything.
Canada.josh505. Yeah.
Respect yourself.
Dude, it doesn't have the Enye on Instagram because
Okay.
Instagram's race. No, I'm just kidding.
For sure.
No, I can't, but it is
I'm already
Canada.
shadow banned.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Canada.josh at Canada.josh505 on Instagram. That's where you follow me. My last name is Cañada, but Instagram doesn't let me tell people that. Thank you.
Sick.
Sick.
Fun
Shout
times.
out to you guys.
Let's do a show.
Yep.
There
Vernon
it is.
Speakeasy,
There we go.
the third Thursday of every month. Come over here and spend money.
Yeah, great show. Great cocktails.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, cool.